Hey, what's up, and welcome to Solshow. Today, I'm going to be talking about something that's probably, obvious to a lot of people, which is, the console wars and, anything to do with that idea, the idea of, this art versus this art. The reason it's all, completely stupid. And beyond the idea of, like, well, I like what I like, I'm going to purchase what I like, that should be the obvious and be-all, end-all statement. But I'm gonna, say why it's even, why it's so ridiculous to literally judge, insult, or even, try to, ruin somebody else's experience completely based upon their choice of purchase. Now, this all stems from the same place. That place being, imagine you're a kid, and it's Christmas time, and you decide to buy a PS3. And, Jimmy across the street, he bought an Xbox, and he's playing Halo. It is extremely easy for you to say, well, I don't like Halo. And I don't want that Xbox because it doesn't have all the exclusives that my system has. It's extremely easy to do that, and that's why a lot of people do that. All people really want to do is justify why they're spending all this money and time on their product. I, as a person, I played, obviously like Halo, and I played all these other things. I want to play the good and the bad. I don't care what device it's on. I think a lot of people think like that too, and we have to hear all these other people talking all the time, and it's kind of like, what's the fucking point? I don't really want to argue about which evil company I'm going to throw hundreds of dollars at, but whatever. But then we have, the PC side, where it's like, you're all wrong, my way or the highway. But what if it's like, I don't want to maintain a PC, I just want to... What if I want to play on the couch? What if I don't like a mouse and keyboard? There is no better way to play video games, just like there isn't, better video games. I link to my objectivity video. People will say, critically, within the community, more people like the games on this system. That's why you should buy this system. It doesn't matter if, maybe this other system matches your interest. You should buy the system that everyone else is playing. Art is supposed to challenge you, right? It's supposed to make you think different ways and think differently to always keep moving. Watching other art pieces, it's obviously they're getting influences from other people. It's always keep going. The good games I've played, the bad games I've played, they've all evolved my perception and the way I think about art, and maybe even think about the world in general. It keeps moving, keeps moving. But nobody has enough money to play every video game in the world. Nobody even has the free time to play half of the games. So people want to feel better about the games they're playing. They want to play the best games. They want to play the best system, and they're gonna find some reason in their head, whether someone else said it or they came to the conclusion that by themselves that their system is the fucking best and the games they play are the fucking best. But in reality, you don't know if you'll dislike Halo. You don't know if you'll dislike The Last of Us. Have you beaten those games? Can you tell me, the first thing about those games? Other than, what other people have told you about those games? And the stupid thing is, a lot of you are still gonna buy the other system in a couple of years. With the new Microsoft and PS4 point, whatever the fuck's coming out now, I'm still hearing this shit about systems that are just not even fully developed systems. They're arguing over which of the DLCs are better. Not even good DLC, overpriced day one filler DLC. And I encourage anyone, everyone, if you see these arguments, which I like debating. I like debating with other people about art and all that stuff. If I see these arguments, for the sake of devil's advocacy, I might chime in. But if you see two people honestly having indifferent opinions about their separate consoles, and they're actually going about it in rage, and they have opinions about the other person entirely based upon the consoles created by companies who don't give a fuck, please, I ask you to intervene. And please shed some light. Please walk in and be like, hey, it doesn't fucking matter. And you know, if you're the type of person who says, oh, I don't like these games on the other platform, just maybe play them before you say that. Oh, and by the way, you still don't know what exclusives are gonna come down like 3 years from now. It could be your favorite game ever. You don't know shit. That's the ultimate argument right there. Which is especially funny considering that day one, when these systems come out and the arguments really come head to head, it's usually like, oh, all these day one games suck on both systems. And if you're a PC elitist, you're kind of on a different playing field, but please don't be those people who are like, you don't like dedicate all this to video games, so you're not really on the same level. Some people's brains work a lot differently, man. Like, I use the computer, like, every fucking day, and I still play games on consoles. Oh, and we haven't even talked about handhelds. Oh, I remember, like, the 3DS versus the Vita arguments. Oh, God, I wonder how many of those are still going on. I wonder how many of those where they were like, oh, the Uncharted games and all the other shit is gonna come on the Vita, and all of those games totally came out. If you guys have some thoughts about this, please leave it down below. I would love to hear some of your opinions. If you think just my thought process here is total shit, you are free to say so. If you have a certain beloved console and it's the best console ever, please, I want to hear about it. I would like to engage in these conversations. As always, thank you so much for watching, and with that, I leave you.
particular in this world. Everyone is almost always unfamiliar. So I don't know who to talk to. I don't know how to move through. Maybe it's a sign that times are changing. Or could it be the fact that I have not left my apartment in a month? Damn. Why can't I just start? 'Cause if not now, when? I never will, 'cause I just can't stay. I know myself well enough, let's say, and I could use a little help to maintain, to restrain this feeling inside of me. You see, it's anger. It's my strategy. It's almost 3 a.m. I should go to bed. Damn. I can do anything. Here I am, guys. Anything in this world. I can be brave. I can do anything in this world. Here I am. And here I am. brave. I can do anything. And here I am. And here I am. I can be brave. I can do anything.